What do we have today? What are we putting together?
Bag.
Definite bag. Yeah. So I'm making this video because I haven't found a lot about the Triumph tank bag, the installation of that, or how you set it up. So we're going to go ahead and do a quick video showing you the parts that I got in the kit, as well as what we have to do when we install it. So we start out with this glorious tank bag. It is actually really cool. It has a basic waterproof liner bag that you can tighten all the way up. It's not going to move an inch. And with this covering it down, it should be pretty good and waterproof. Nice pockets for things, but also like pretty legit don't fall open challenge right here as well. Also zips open.
In short, keeps water out, good storage.
Water out, good stuff inside, right? So, and the way this mounts is actually really unique because it's a quick lock, quick release. They have this cutout under here for your hand that you can press the little button and release it from the tank. And we're going to be installing that collar and retention ring that goes on that, as well as the actual tank bag and looking it over. So let's see what came in the kit. John's already been demonstrating some of the collar components. We got the actual plastic collar piece that's going to go on the tank. We've got the retainer rings and the bolts. We've got the horseshoe in case we're bored. And we also have the other piece. So each of these bolt together. There's a great schematic to help us there. On the tank, we actually have a 3M VHB type connected rubber pad. And that rubber pad is there to kind of receive the front end of our fall open pack, as you've seen. So thank God I had those retaining clips. Let's do this again. And you see this actual VHB piece is supposed to slide underneath the tank as it rotates around to keep it from scratching up your tank. So we'll get that installed with the VHB tape. And then also we have our retaining ring. This is actually the star of the show, and it gets screwed onto the back of this, which we'll do before we move out there or potentially after. But ultimately this is the piece that connects to the bike, and it goes with the tank bag. And the rest of these components we will be installing with my young apprentice mechanic. He doesn't drop too much. So let's get moving on with this. We'll go out to the garage next. All right, John and I are now in the garage and we're ready to get started. We have our handy dandy Triumph accessory fitting instructions for the following models, which you can definitely look up at triumphinstructions.com is where I found them. But it goes through various different models, shows the different parts and kind of how they stack, which is really valuable. And then we have for assembly different ones. Okay, it gets into the meat of it on page 8. And it says, let's start. So what do we need to do? So I thought it was going to take out all the bolts, but I'm wrong. So I'll make sure these are nice and tensioned here on the bottom. They're still there. I already kind of pre-loosened them. But it asks us to take off the top 4, doesn't it, John? So we're going to take off our top 4. Boop, boop, boop. Let's see here. Take a few hours here. Are they the same length? I've had this bite me before. So John, when I was a kid. Yeah, it says all models excluding, so it'll definitely be that next. But yeah, first we're going to take out these 4. But yeah, when I was a kid, oh, see, they are different lengths. So this bolt was the long one. This was the short, just in case we have to use these again.
Long, short, long.
Is that what it should be? Long. They're still not putting anything in pin-wise at all yet.
Put it until the
Until
the final one.
So we put this on top of that.
This is when they finally put in the.
Yeah, and which way do they have this aligned?
They have it aligned.
They had this aligned with this way.
It was like this.
Yeah, let me double check. Where's our picture?
The
Totally is, yeah, totally is.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's align this up a little bit. Then we get this aligned here.
Once that's aligned, we put this on, and then we put the screws in.
I'm assuming, we'll see, but I don't know how this, there we go. There's a key at the top. Got it, see? Look there. So good. Yeah, totally got it now. Okay.
And this just goes in. Literally.
On top of that,
Yep.
and it doesn't have an up or down, they're both the same. This might take a little corralling to get lined up, but I think we're good. You're in the way of the camera.
Oh, yeah.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in the three long ones. Guy, adapt up to this little guy, and this little guy, and this little guy.
Huzzah!
Oh, you already grabbed a piece.
Yeah, only 1,000 pieces here.
I'm gonna take this.
So I didn't have anything, but I've set it, John. If you look at the way this is set, so this number where it crosses the middle line is your torque number, and so it's 2. I gotta go a little bit closer. Ooh, that's what happened. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do is just set that these are set to the right torque spec. That's not yet. I have a tightening order. 1, 2 is the far one. 1, 2. 3 is this side. And then 4 is that top right. All right, we are good. So we torqued it down to the required specs. And now we are done with this part of this. So what's the next step, Johnny?
You take off the bottom thing and basically just put this in like this or so.
Clean this off. We're gonna make sure that this is prepped. How long does it say? Okay, we have cleaned that part of the tank. We'll wait for it to dry visually.
It doesn't say anything about drying or anything.
Okay, we're good. So now, what we gotta do is place this first where we want it. And do you mind trying to peel that down and under? And did that come off on this side too?
Yep, right here.
Okay.
Hold it there for like 30 seconds now. Maintain good hand pressure for 30 seconds.
Okay.
As it states in the instructions. Let's see what happens next.
Okay, John's got our last pieces. He's not gonna let it open, but I can help if you need. Here, use your fingers. It's not just tensile strength. It's about poking a hole in like that. And you got something to leverage. Alright. How to destroy a bag in 3 seconds. Cleaning. So our retention ring. John, there's that. We're gonna need a handheld Phillips head screwdriver. And we have our bag, which we have zipped up because John is awesome and he knew that we needed to do that. So we're going to turn our bag over. We have it here, sitting where we can work with it. And we'll screw on the base plate according to the instructions. So let's get that done. Thank you, sir. Scholar and gentleman. So it says for the Street Triple model only, which is the Street Triple R, is what we're on. So Street Triple R, position the quick release mechanism on the tank bag and the orientation shown below. Very nice of them to orientate it correctly. So towards the handle would be away from the groove of this. So let me see this. Here is our ring that goes on the tank bag. So this tank bag is set up so you can do it a couple of different ways, right? You could use this and the quick release, or you could use the straps that you can do for normal motorcycles. So in this case, they want this facing away from the strap, forward on the notched side, and it looks like they want us to be using the middle holes on this section to make sure the lines properly with the curvature of the tank. So they want us to place in the forward. They don't specify on the order, and they want to go just basically to a certain amount of plastic grabbing capabilities that they have. All right, so let's start then. I'll go ahead and hit that middle hole here on the back one. And that should be our mounting kit. We should be ready to go ahead and test this now. So let's get our instructions, make sure we haven't missed anything, but I doubt it. There's a couple little pads we can put on to prevent the tank from getting chewed up by the corners, which we will. That's it. And it twists on clockwise from a little bit offset position. Okay, let's see, John. What do you think? Think we'll be able to get it on there?
Potentially, yes.
Okay.
I mean, if we followed the instructions correctly, we would.
Which, you know, not always perfect. That's for sure. So, we're going to get it lined up on the tank, which should be right about, oh, have I already made a mistake? No, I have not, that's right. It is strange, it points the opposite way. You have your cord release and all that stuff there, so it will go this way. And I should be able to set it on the groove and lock it in place, but we have not locked it yet. I'm not wrong, right? Is it not? Is it this way? Am I incorrect that it's this way? Yeah, it is that way. Okay, well, I feel stupid.
It's the way of the triumph.
Yeah, no, I totally feel stupid now. It's right there. Still like me. Yeah, so totally, John's my hero. The release is on the right. The mechanism has to be facing the correct way. And it stands to reason that I would be looking at Triumph as a logo and that it would zip open to where I could actually do something. So, not the smartest man in the world, God bless me, but it is at least now fixed. And that's pretty much it, right? So, we now have our bag attached, we have the ability to carry goods with us, and we have hopefully our rubber glue setting. We're going to leave a little bit longer on the heater and let that do its thing, but that's it for the video. Thank you so much. This is your new, uh-oh.